Good evening and welcome to the special presentation for Friday, September 6th, 2019. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest, and it's my pleasure to give you a presentation entitled Cherry Picking User Group Wisdom. The Hot Stock Picking Challenge for September is in full swing. This week, we will take a look at the current leaders to see what they're doing. Then we'll take a look at the stocks to see what we can learn from their picks. You're going to learn some interesting things this evening because the more you learn, the more you earn. Let's get into the software. From the home page of the software, we're going to go over to the Views tab. To get a quick link to what's going on in the user group hot stock picking competition, you'll click right here. Once you do, it's going to open up a spreadsheet of all of the leaders or all of the competitors in the contest. We're going to concentrate this evening on the top 5. We have Coburg, Ontario. We have Kelowna, British Columbia. We have Ottawa, Ontario. We have Sarasota, Florida. And we have Orange County, California. Now, by the time you get this presentation, these may have changed, but I'm going to look at the top 5 as of right now. Noticing that HSCP Coburg, Ontario is up 5% overall, leading everybody, leading the whole pack. Today, they're up about 0.4%. They have 53% winners. Looking at Kelowna, up 3.56%. Ottawa, up 2.83%. Sarasota, up 1.77%. And rounding off the top 5, Orange County, California, up 1.46%. So, how is Coburg doing what they're doing? Notice that the top 3 winners or leaders right now are all in Canada. It must be something in the water because they're still doing very well. So I took a look at what was going on in the portfolio. I went over, I looked at the stocks. So interesting is I looked at the stocks. All 10 stocks, a lot of them are resource companies. We do have gold here, but the majority of the stocks that are in here are natural gas, resource, energy, carbonite, DuPont. Not everything is in that same industry, but a lot of them are industry looking at the energy industry. Interesting, Dr. DeLito and I were looking and saying, how did he pick these stocks ahead of time before they started running? Looking at the gain-loss percentage, Valorous up 26%, a pharmaceutical stock up 17%, California Resources up 14%, natural gas, energy up 13%, and so on. So I gave the Coburg user group leader a call. His name is Don Wellwood, and I said, how did you pick these stocks beforehand before they started running? Well, he said the DEW timing signal had triggered and he started looking for stocks from a bottom fishing perspective. Look at the equity curve of the stocks that he's trading right now. So we said, all right, let's go see what he did. I'm going to go back into the software, and if you go to the market timing graph, let's go to graphs. I already have a market timing graph open. So I'm going to start this all over from the beginning. Let's click on Add New. We're going to change from a stock graph to a market timing graph. Now the graph that he's looking at is a DEW timing graph. What I've done is going over to the layouts. I used a variation of the ProTrader timing do to look at the enhanced ProTrader timing. What's the difference between the two? Well, the ProTrader timing do looks at the DEW, the trended price oscillator for D, envelopes for E, and 30-day weighted moving average for the W. The enhancement to this ProTrader graph is using the MACD. So how did he get in? I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Notice that in order to get a DEW up call, the price of the composite has to close above the 30-day weighted moving average and the DPO has to go positive. But he used the enhancement. The price of the composite did go above the 30-day weighted moving average on 8/29, and the MACD, which is the enhancement to this timing signal, went positive. The histogram went from negative, which was on 8/28. Histogram was negative, and on 8/29, the histogram was positive. All right, the histogram was positive. So utilizing that date prior to getting in to the contest, he started looking at some stocks to bottom fish from. So what he did is he ran a few of the bottom fishing searches, took the stocks, put them into a watch list, looked at the stocks graphs from the watch list, and that's how he chose the stocks that he's currently in. Now, interesting that on 8/29, the MACD went positive. The DEW really didn't give a call just quite yet until the 5th of September. He preluded that up call and got in a little earlier. That was a little bit more aggressive, but boy, is it panning out. So knowing that the market was at a bottom, it bounced off of a bottom, looking at the price of the composite closing above the 30-day weighted moving average, and the MACD going positive, crossing over, and the histogram going positive. That's how he picked the stocks that he did. All right, let's go back to the spreadsheet. I also wanted to look at a couple of other things. How much trading was being done? So I looked at the trades, the transactions, noticed that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks have been traded in and out. You know what this tells me? He's more of a trader, getting in, mitigating the losses, cutting them loose, and none of them are making money, so he got out of them, and he's going to stay in the stocks that are making money. And currently in the portfolio, 8 out of the 10 stocks are making money, and look at that equity curve. I also wanted to see what kind of stops he was using. So I clicked on the trading system. Notice nothing comes up. He is day trading this. So he's looking at the graphs, making decisions throughout the day to determine what stocks he's going to get out of, and then checking to see what stocks he wants to get into. Very interesting, very well done, and that's the power of being part of a user group. In a user group, you have a leader, and the experience from the leader or just facilitating the meeting yields results like this. And this is where like-minded people come together to learn how to use the software and implement those things to make money in the market. Let's go to Kelowna. Up 3.56%, up over 1% today, 70% winners. Not bad. Let's check the stocks that they're currently in. Look at their equity curve. Nice looking equity curve. In this, you've got 6 stocks making money. You've got 4 stocks not making money. Notice that gold is hot, but they have no gold stocks in here. Also notice that a lot of these stocks are a lot more expensive. I like to consider this a slow and steady hot pick, right? Roku has been rocking and rolling, Lululemon, AutoZone, Shopify. A lot of stocks that you do know about, they are a little bit more expensive, but guess what? They're yielding results. The equity curve looks good, and this is being sorted by their search of VST descending. 6 out of the 10 stocks making money. So I said, okay, let's see how many trades they've made. Come in here. They've done nothing. This is a nice, slow, steady methodology of finding good quality stocks that are moving up. And from that perspective, guess what, folks? They're still hot stocks. Wanted to see what kind of stops they were using. In this one, they're using the Profit Locker Pro, 100% target, 10% stop with a 50% greed, 1% end trail, no transition. Holding 10 stocks. I love that. And don't repurchase the same stock for 1 day after the sale. So if a stock gets stopped out, it has to wait at least 1 day before you go and buy it again. All right, let's go to the third one. Ottawa, up 2.83%, taking a little bit of a hit today. 41% of the stocks that they have are winners. Let's take a look at the stocks. Now, this has got a lot more red in it. You've got 3 winners and you've got 6 losers. One of these is down at least 11.5%. But they're letting the winners run. HEBT up 34%. ARDX up 22%. Lower dollar stocks that are on the move, letting the runners run, but maybe not getting out of the losers as quickly as they should. So I said, okay, let's take a look at the trade history. They are making some trades. They did get out of a stock that yielded a 1% gain. One stock got out of 11% loss, and one got out at 6%. So they are making some trades. And now let's take a look at another thing. Let's look at what's their stops. Their stops are a trailing 5% stop. So they're not letting these losers get away from them too quickly. Trailing 5% loss. All right, interesting. Let's go to Sarasota. Up 1.77%, up a little bit today, but 80% winners. Let's take a look at the stocks here. Wow. Now, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks going up. You've got 4 stocks going down. So this portfolio is holding 9 stocks right now. Look at the losers, though. The losers are very minimal at this time. And the stocks that are making money, the big winner is Roku. And the equity curve is starting to pull back a little bit, but overall they are still up, like the sort RT descending. If you're looking for hot stocks, why not look at our indicator RT? Now, let's go see what the stops are. The stops are here. Profit locker, 30% target, 10% stop. How about this one? Don't repurchase the same stock for 3 days after sale. So once a stock has made a move, whether to the upside or to the downside, if it comes back up in the search, then you have to wait 3 days. I also like this too. Wait 15 minutes after the market open and 15 minutes before the market closes. That is the purchasing window. There's a lot of flexibility here. So they're going to wait for the market to move in either direction, whether up or down, but they're going to wait for the first 15 minutes of the market to open, and the last time that they will sell or buy will be 15 minutes before the market closes. Again, a lot of different perspectives here, but these are the top leaders. Let's go to number 5, which is up 1.46%. A little bit of a hit today, 50% winners. Let's take a look at the stocks. Noticing here, you've got 6 winners, 4 losers, and even the losers are being mitigated, not too far getting away from you, but they are looking at gold and silver, Tandem Diabetes. How about Wendy's is in here? Dorian, which is a shipping company, up 4.35%. Luna, I've been personally looking at this stock. This stock is on a tear, up 5%, and EDAP up 11.87%. Now, with the advent of gold and silver starting to get hit, it shows in the portfolio, but they're still up for the day. Now, let's go and take a look at the trades. Any trades? Yes, they got in and they did day trade ASA Gold, got in, got out, got back in again, and got back out again. So those were really quick day trades. They mitigated the losses. They didn't give them much room to get out of those stocks. And last but not least, let's see what their stops are. No stops here as well. Whoever is managing this portfolio is also day trading and looking at the individual stocks to make a determination on when to get in and when to get out. So nicely done by number 1 through number 5. They are leading the pack, but Kohlberg, man, I love the methodology that they used. They used the market timing graph. They used the enhanced pro trader timing due to use the MACD to get in a little quicker than the initial call normally used by the DEW timing call. Now, let's get back into the software real quick. I'm going to go to the Viewers tab, and I did make a watch list of all of the stocks from all of the candidates that were in there, or the top 5, and these were the top stocks. Now, I want to say something here. If you're looking for hot stocks to get into, what did I do? I went to each one of those portfolios and I simply made a watch list. Now, before you call on Monday and saying that this folder and watch list is not in your software, you're right. It will not be. I created this, and I created this watch list just so that I could show you a place to put all of the stocks that were found by all of the user groups that were there. Okay? So you will not have this. I created this. Now, once I've done that, why not sort all of the stocks that are in the top 5 leaders by RT? Hot stocks, use that indicator of RT to find out what's in the biggest uptrend. Notice that many of these stocks are buy and hold recommended stocks. Scroll down to the bottom of the list. You do have a couple of stocks that are sell recommendations. So what am I going to say about those? Those are very aggressive picks, hoping that they will move up. But that RT indicator is a smart enough indicator to tell you which stocks are in an uptrend, and the higher above one it is, the faster in an uptrend it is altogether. So now looking at this, let's take them one step further. Let's use RT times CI, and I have that as a sort. In order to get to that sort, click on the sort at the top right here. A little edit sort window will pop up. I simply clicked on the down arrow, you'll find RT times CI. Once you put it, it will create a column in your list. Let's sort by RT times CI, and now the stocks that have the best combination of RT, stocks that are in an uptrend, times CI, which is comfort index, a stock's ability to withstand long or lengthy price declines. So stocks that are going up, that are resilient, that is a beautiful sort with Digital Turbine at the top. You know what you're learning here? How about by looking at the list of all of the leaders, you're getting a good feel of what real good hot stocks look like, and these are possibilities of stocks to take advantage of in the current market's condition if the market continues to rise. Now, I'm going to take this one step further. If you're still looking for hot stocks in a watch list of stocks that everybody knows about, why not go to the S&P 500? So I'm in the S&P watch list, in the watch list viewer. I went down to S&P 500. I did the same thing. I took the S&P 500 stocks and I'm sorting them by RT times CI to bring to the top of the list the stocks within the S&P 500 that are going up in price and have a resiliency to withstand long or lengthy price declines. How about these are also stocks that you know about? So let's do this. Let's do a graph of the top 10. Now, these are stocks that, again, everybody should know about. This is the epitome of a hot stock. Now, keep in mind, these are a little bit more expensive, but they're on the S&P 500. But what you're really concerned about is look at the equity curve. Look at the earnings per share. So not only are these hot stocks moving, these are resilient because high CI. Notice that when the market was in the most volatile state, this stock was able to trudge along and keep moving higher, and look at that earnings per share. Earnings is the engine that drives a stock's price higher. Again, this is the epitome of a hot stock. Next one, Ball Corp. They make glass containers. Look at the earnings per share is still higher than it was a year ago, but look at the equity curve. What do you look for now if you say, all right, Glenn told us that this is a hot stock? Well, what do? You wait to make sure that you're buying in on a rising day. When you see a red candle today is not the day to get into it. But if you're currently in it, I'm going to add something here. I'm going to right click on price. I'm going to go to add a moving average, exponential, and I'm going to go to a 20-day exponential moving average as a means to show you how to manage this trade. Add that onto your graph. This serves as a beautiful support line, keeping you in that stock a little longer. If you say, well, I want a little bit more room, use the up arrow. Use the up arrow and tailor make that moving average to the stock. Look at that. Now I'm at about a 40-day exponential moving average. Does it do a beautiful job keeping you in it? Sure does. Let's go to the next one. Hershey, look at that equity curve. Look at that 40-day exponential moving average. All I did was mold the moving average to the stock. Again, the flexibility within the software package. Let's go to the next one. Man, Starbucks. Everybody's drinking coffee, and everybody likes that latte little pumpkin spice thing. I don't. Anyway, Starbucks, beautiful looking equity curve, beautiful looking earnings. Going down the list, American Tower. I'm just going to sit here and be quiet for a second and look at these equity curves. Now, what are you waiting for? Make sure that the stocks are moving higher on the day that you go to buy them. Now, be careful with this one though. LCRX is moving higher, not as smooth a graph pattern as some of the others. Watch the earnings per share, but the stock's price is moving higher and is above that moving average that we just set up here as well. These are great stocks to take a look at. Cherry pick them. You want hot stocks? How about hot stocks from the S&P 500 utilizing the sort of RT times CI, again, which is I'll use the word again, the epitome of hot stocks from graphs or from stocks that you know. Now, let me explain to you a little bit more about why it's important to be a part of a user group. Did you see those leaders and what they're doing? The way you learn stuff like this is going to a user group leader, allowing the user group leader to help you guys together as a collective come up with ideas like Don did in Coburg. All right? These are great ideas to learn how to use the software. But wait a minute. What if you don't have a user group in your area? That's a great question. If you're very interested about setting up a user group in your area, you can do so. As long as you're willing to facilitate the user group, we will help you along the way and get people to your user group. But if you don't have one in your area, that's a great way to go. How do you find where the user groups are? That's another great question. You can always go to the views and go to our Friday's views. So I'm going to go back in time to any Friday. Let's go back to last Friday. All right. Notice we give you more of an expanded version of the views on Friday. Click the drop down arrow, go to user groups. Folks, it's that easy. No matter what state you live in, go check and see if it's there. Now, we have user groups all around the world that you can see here. And if you really can't get a user group, or you really don't want to facilitate your own user group, how about this? We do have an international online user group hosted by Stan Heller in Canada. So if you really can't get to a user group, but you still want the feel of having a user group, the international online user group is right here for you as well. But you'll notice user groups all across the world, the United Kingdom, in Washington, Texas, Quebec, a lot of Canadian user groups as well. I'm from New York. We have a Long Island one. I actually run the North Carolina, Charlotte user group here in the Charlotte area. But this is where you find all of the user groups, and it's important that you take the advantage of these user groups all around the world to learn how to better use the software. And guess what? Collectively, you come up with great ideas that are usable within the software and can be used in your own personal trading. So with that, folks, I'd like to say thank you for joining me for this evening's presentation, Cherry Picking User Group Wisdom. Folks, there is a lot of valuable information to be gleaned from a user group, and if you are not in one, I encourage you to really seek out one in your area. And again, if you would really like to have one, we will also encourage you to want to start your own user group in your area. We will help you to facilitate that user group and get people there. Folks, it's all about us supporting you. This is your software. We're here to facilitate the information so that you're able to make money in the market. We provide the best software anywhere out there in this industry, and these presentations is all about proving it to you time and time again. With that, folks, I'd like to say have a wonderful evening. If you have any questions, please give our product support staff a call. They will be more than happy to assist you. Adios, folks. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.